Right. So I'm just trying to figure out at this point. What do I have here? What is this? Just I'm trying to figure out how there's people that actually can sit there and think for 1 second that flooding the country with cheap illegal aliens and flooding the money, flooding the country with money is a good thing. I'm just trying to figure out how we get to that point where people just have bad, where there's just bad math involved when it comes to all this stuff. Is there just, I mean, are people just really, really stupid? This makes no sense at all. It's just, it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing that there's people that think that somehow this is a great idea. On top of the fact that so many people, once again, it's just gonna. On top of that, that so many people feel as if when we're sitting here not having hardly any, people that are not that are absolutely happy, that are employed, that actually have have been able to start a business, get a job, whatever, that they feel that this is a great time to make everyone legal. I mean, make everyone legal, and I would argue that this is a great time to start getting. You got to start deporting people. I've said this. There's a guy in my comment section trying to argue. I actually have a family member that tried to argue that having more people here legally is a good thing. That is not a good thing. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. These are the same people that talked about not wanting to overrun the healthcare system. These are the same people. The same people that talked about not overrunning the healthcare system. Like I said in my previous video, guess how you, well, this thing's just not going to go away. Guess how you cannot overrun the healthcare system? Getting rid of 11 million people that are here that are not supposed to be here. You can always do that. Can you imagine not have, and there's more than that. They're talking about 11 million people, but the thing is that there's more than that. Oh, of course, they don't think about anything. They don't think about anything unless it's something that they can use. They don't give a damn about black people. They don't give a damn about gay people. They don't give a damn about women. They don't give a damn about any of these people that they say they care about. And I'm telling you, at this point, I'm so disappointed in the black demographic. Honestly, I'm so disappointed in the women. I'm disappointed in every demographic that is sitting here that actually believes what these people are saying. You should completely always paranoid on what the government is up to. It's amazing. And I see DV Douglas. I see you say that. The thing is that Republicans are complicit in this crap too. But it's funny because I heard a Malcolm X quote and it talked about the white liberal, and I said this I said this a long time ago. The Republicans are the snake you see. Democrats are the snake you don't see. They'll sit back and whisper sweet nothings all in your freaking ear all the time. But they're way worse. They're way worse. Because they sit back, and see, that's the problem. There are people, there's all kinds of people in this country. And I think COVID has showed us that there are a lot of people that will believe anything. They will believe anything. Anything that they say. that the people say, or the experts said, well, Fauci said, Fauci lied to you. Why is it, like I saw my video this morning about immigration, how is having a labor market that is flush with people, that has a lot of people, that has too many people looking for jobs, how is that a good thing? How is that a good thing? When it literally does not work like that in any other way. If there's too much money out there, guess what? If there's too much money out there, guess what happens? Money's not worth as much as it usually is. I'm just a lowly blue collar worker. I'm just sitting here trying to say here that I don't think this is rocket science here. Yeah, exactly. It's great. It's great if you're at the top. And that's what I was saying with this guy that was trying to call himself playing devil's advocate on my video. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Yeah, it's great for those couple people at the top. It'll be those same number of people that are making way more, even more on this cheap labor. If they make 11 million people in legal, that's that many more people that 9 times out of 10 are making minimum wage. This is common freaking sense. And a family member, once again, tells me, well, if you make, and that's how I knew he was, that's how I knew he was arguing in bad faith, because he says, I said, well, if they have 11 million, if they make 11 million legal, is there going to be 11 million jobs? He said, yes. I said, I know. That's how I know you're arguing in bad faith. You're debating in bad faith now. There's no way in the world that you know. So even if half of those people are ones looking for jobs, even if half of those people that are of those 11 million, let's just say a little under half, let's just say 5 million of those people are looking for jobs. That's 5 million more people that are in the job market. That's that many more people that these companies get to choose from. There's only so many companies. There's only so many companies. There's only that. That's exactly. And so they've already said that, I think I was reading, it says 65 to 70% of legal aliens vote Democrat. That's why they want them. That's why they want them. Once again, all this is that horse. The black the black vote, that horse that's in the book Animal Farm, that's the horse that's about to get put out the pasture. He's about to go to the glue farm. Because now they're going to be done with your old black ass. They're going to be done with you now. That's over. Because they have someone else to vote to help push them, to help build their windmills. They have someone else now. And boy, let me tell you, when black people start getting put out of jobs for this illegal cheap labor, when black people start getting put out of jobs, it's going to be on. This is going to be something. It's going to be something else to see. And all we had to do was just use regular, easy math. Plus chain migration. That's just the 11 million people. They ain't talking about. That's not talking about the sudden husbands and wives that are still over in Mexico or wherever. And then grandparents, and then suddenly children, then suddenly this person, then suddenly that person. You can easily end up with 30 million people here illegally. You can easily end up with 30 million people here illegally. And guess what? At least, let's just say half of those people are looking for jobs. 15 million people. It is freaking doomed. The U.S. is doomed. That's why I am so amazed that you have all these Republicans that were sitting there, that sit there and they try to act like, all these Republicans that sit there and try to act like these Democrats actually like you if you would just go against Trump. They're just using you, just like they use the black people, just like they use LGBT people, just like they use all these other people, and then all these other people. They just use you, and you were all for it because I'm gonna tell you, Mitt Romney and all of you people like that. Guess what? The minute their time comes up for someone to run against you, they're gonna run someone against you. And once again, you'll be racist, you'll be a sexist, a bigot, homophobe, and Nazi. That's what you're gonna be. That's how that's gonna go. So keep on thinking that, oh, well, if I just stand on the side of decency, it's not time to be decent anymore with these people. You can't be. How are you gonna be decent with these people? They're not decent with you. And you're saying, please, once again, please, sir, can I have some more? That's what you say. Please, sir, can I have some more? Can I have some more of this? I would love the beat down too. That's what Republicans are doing right now. I want some of that beat down. Here. Can I get a helping? Can I get an extra helper in that beat down? That's what they're saying. God, if you have too many people looking for work, just like if you have too much money that circulate into the system, guess what happens? The value of the money goes down. Guess what happens? The value of the labor goes down. Labor needs to be scarce. Money needs to be scarce. How is this so hard to understand? And you got these idiots that are sitting here trying to tell us. These idiots trying to tell us that a whole bunch of freaking people coming across the border is a great idea, especially at a time right after COVID. Hey, let's build the economy. Another 11. We have record high unemployment, but we're going to go ahead and import all this cheap illegal labor. Oh, and we're going to raise the minimum wage, which will cause inflation. Oh my God, that was stupid. The CBO, I think that was the CBO that says. The Congressional Business Office, I want to say, that said that raising the minimum wage would cause 1.3 million jobs. Oh my, there's at a certain point, I've said this to so many people that do not want to get involved. Oh, I don't want to think about it. Eventually, you're gonna be involved whether you like it or not. Eventually, you're going to be involved whether you like it or not, and then you're going to look like you're going to look like an idiot because I'm going to be looking at you like, why didn't you do this when I was freaking hollering about it? Why didn't you join the cause when I told you that this is not good? I'm amazed. They're not going to forget exactly. Liffin Car 28. Liberals they're not going to forgive any Republican. All they're doing is just sitting back and using Republicans to go after other Republicans. And guess what? The idiots are doing it. They're doing exactly what they want them to do. Oh yeah, I don't love to speak against decency. Okay. When they import all these people and vote you out, that's going to be a problem. To the Democrats, the ones that are reasonable, that aren't talking a whole lot, that aren't saying a whole lot, guess what? You will be gone too. To the reasonable Democrats that are really just sitting back and just gonna try to sit back and ride this out, you'll be gone too. You'll be gone too. Eventually, all of you will be gone. Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. National divorce. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't necessarily. That kind of sucks for that to be on the table. But when we don't have any sort of, when we can't meet in the middle on anything, because they've already said they're not compromising on anything. The Republicans and conservatives will do all the compromising. The conservatives would do all the compromising. All of it will be done from one side. It won't be done on their side. They're not coming off of late term abortion. They're not coming off of that. Nope. They're not coming off of immigration. They're not coming off of that. They're not coming off of socialized health care. They're not coming off of that. They've already said that's not what they're going to do. So what are you going to do? When it comes to guns, just like this guy, when it comes to guns, they're not coming off of that. So when if they what is there to meet them in the middle on? Gun wise. What is there to meet them in the middle on immigration wise? Because when it all comes down to it, we don't need any more people here. Not right now. Not right now, we don't. We don't need more people here. We're done. We have too many people. We're the cat lady with too many cats right now. That's what we are. We're the cat lady on The Simpsons. That's what we are. We have too many. There's nothing. What are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with everybody? We're not feeding. There's not enough jobs. There's not enough company. No companies to be started. No help for companies. In starting companies. There's none of that. There's not enough for what we have. We're not feeding. We're not clothing. Homeless. And I'm not saying that you do that for people that don't want to help themselves, but I'm saying for people that actually want to help themselves, they can't. We can't help them. We're too busy helping people from other countries. Yeah, they do, and they're fine with doing it. Let's be fair here. When well over 20 people died during the BLM riots, they act like it didn't even happen. It was no big deal. Oh well. Oh well. It's no biggie. So what? That was just that. Oh well. They exactly. They openly say it, and no one really cares that they're saying it because they're okay with it. They're openly saying that that's what needs to happen with people that do not think like them. And all of these cowards, there's the cowards in the media. And there's the cowards in the media that are sitting here. Yeah, exactly. What she wants a list of Trump supporters. Exactly. That's the way it's going to be. There's cowards in the media that sit there and let all of this happen. There's these sports figures. I know there's some out there. I know there's people in Hollywood that do not agree with this. And they're going to sit back and just be quiet instead of speaking up and say, hey, so-and-so, you're lying, this and that. Instead of saying that, they're just going to let that keep going. It's crazy. We're just supposed to sit here and just say, oh, well, that's all good. We're going to let y'all just have math that doesn't make sense. The math that doesn't make sense. I had a really good friend that complained about illegal immigration and went and voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because Donald Trump's a racist. And it's the first person complaining about some goddamn illegal aliens and illegal cheap labor. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, at least it's doomed when it no longer becomes what it was meant to be from the beginning. When it doesn't become, when it's not what it was meant to be, when suddenly we're changed. Yeah. Hey, Liffin Carr. let me say something real quick. You say you're glad to live in Texas. You have an idiot governor right now that keeps inviting tech companies to come be based there. Guess what those tech companies are full of? Goddamn leftists that's going to turn your state that is turning your state purple. That's another thing that we're not talking about. The blue state immigrants that are coming in and just changing everything. Texas is not safe. Go ahead. I know. When I was living up in Milwaukee, I know 5 people that moved down to Texas. I know for a fact that they voted Democrat. 5 of them. I know 5 of them that do. They voted and they were happy with the amount of money they were making and their low taxes. But guess what? They voted Democrat, and I know for a fact they did. So keep on warning. See what I don't like that I know Miami's doing it too. That Tucker Carlson had somebody, I guess the mayor of Miami had Tucker Carlson had the mayor of Miami on, and he was trying to warn this guy. You keep warning all these companies that come in from New York. You got to understand. And he was, and he really, oh no, this is good for Miami. I'm from Cuba. No reason. Okay, go ahead. Guess what those people are going to vote for? Those people are going to vote. First of all, they're going to vote your Republican ass right out of office. That's the first thing they're going to do. That's the first thing. Georgia should never have been up for grabs. Yeah, from Mexico and out of state, flipping it soon. You goddamn right they're going to get it. They're going to flip Texas, and when they flip Texas, that's it. The only thing I can possibly think that I do see that's kind of a whatever is that I see people moving out of certain states. It seems like a lot of the liberals are moving out of California and move to Texas, but there's liberals there's conservatives that are moving out of California that are moving to Idaho, moving to South Dakota, moving there. Montana looks like it's trying to, it almost feels like there's going to be a flip or something. There's going to be a flip. That's the way it feels like. There's going to be some kind of flip that suddenly you're going to have a lot of conservatives up north and a lot of liberals down south. That's the way it feels. If anybody wants to super chat, by all means, go ahead. And at least guess what the ideology of the regime that's in charge. Guess what ideology they'll have. It'll be a bunch of liberals. And I'm sorry, not liberals. It'll be a bunch of leftists. Big government leftists. Ruling down centralized government from on high. I don't see, that's the other thing that I don't seem to understand with these liberals. When has governing huge groups of people a huge group of people ever been a good thing either? When has that ever been a good thing? Each state needs to run like its own country. It just does. Each one, because it's easier to govern one state than it is for one big old body all the way at the top up there to go ahead and try to shoot down and try to help the one person out of 330 or 400 million people. It's a lot easier to do it like that, to say, hey, that's why really states' rights, it needs to be each state's damn near a country or a country. Just let it be like that. Each state, that there is no federal immigration law. If Texas says I want no illegal aliens coming in, then that's what they want. It needs to be that way. If Florida says it like that, then Florida, that's just what it is. South Dakota, same thing. Flat out. That's the way it needs to be. No, exactly. Oxtails is crazy. It's crazy. The secession is the only way to break this whole thing up. Break that federal government up. That's not working. It could have stayed working if the federal government actually did what it was supposed to do, but now this thing got so big. The federal government has gotten so big now that they're wanting to rule over the little man right there, just right there in the middle of Houston, Texas or something. You can't do it like that. It's terrible. Oh yeah, it's about to be on now. Can you imagine? It's a dystopian future for sure. Bunch of people making $15 an hour. These people, do you know these people actually think that $15 an hour is a living wage? Why do they think that? I think it'd probably be because they don't know the poors. They don't even know the poors. They don't even know anybody that's actually outside of their little bubble. The same as these latte liberals, latte leftists that you see on Twitter or something like that. They don't know anybody that's actually that they're advocating for. They don't know anybody that they're talking about defund the police. They don't know anybody like that. They're up in Manhattan in their freaking big old loft or whatever and saying, boy, I don't see any crime over here. Let's defund the police. Once again, Super Chat's open. If anybody wants to donate $1, something. Once the Latinos take over, black people are really about to see some action or inaction, even more inaction than we already see. Can you imagine? And the same people are going to sit back and wonder why they're not getting anything. That's what that'll be the first question is why aren't we getting anything? That's what they'll say. I don't understand why are things not getting better? Or the same people that listen to the media and the media tell them everything is getting better and somehow they think that it is. That's basically how that goes. Well, that kind of sucks. It should be working. It's working for me. It looks like it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, it's working. You just push the little thing at the bottom. Push the little thing at the bottom there. It says with a little money sign. Yeah. So you can't be saying stuff like that, hell shaking street preacher. You can't say stuff like that. That's not good. Can't do stuff like that, buddy. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, if he ever makes the first year. I don't know if he's going to blame Trump. Is he? Is he? I don't know. After looking at the coronavirus and Trump's whole term, how I have a friend that actually told me, this lady, that Trump is a dictator. When these people actually think that they're living under a dictator, then I know at this point that the media can basically tell them that the media can put forth whatever narrative they want. The media can put forth with whatever narrative they want, they can do it. Because they're telling everyone, if people are sitting in a burning house right now. You're sitting in a burning house right now, just like the little dog and drinking and says, everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's absolutely amazing. And people are like, oh, well, that's fine. It's just everything's great, everyone. And everyone thinks that that's the truth. It's amazing. The first thing we have to do is get the immigration under control. And I said it before. Poor Pence. Well, I think I said what I needed to say about Pence. Pence needed to just go up there, just like I told him, just like I said with Donald Trump. I said, hey, all you have to do is go up there and make him defend immigration. That's all you have to do. That's something that nobody likes. And you know the bad thing about it? Here's the thing. Here's the thing right here. Republicans can still do this because that's the only other side, or independents. Rand Paul, I mean, somebody get on TV all the time and say, look, they want to make 11 million people legal in this country while Americans want jobs. That's all they have to do. Yeah, because they cover for Democrats, exactly. And for, they said the compatriots never called them out. Of course they don't. But all you have to do is go on there, and this is another one of those things. This is another one of those things. All you have to do is say exactly what they're trying to do. How is this so hard? Go on TV. I'd be on TV 100% of the time talking about immigration. That's all you have to do. All you have to do is say immigration, 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 immigration. That's all. Why do we need to make, average Americans, just normal, everyday, average Joe? How does letting 11 million people legal into this country, 11 million people searching for jobs, how does that help the American worker? That's it. That's all. Make people defend it. That's all you have to do. It's amazing that we actually have these people that are going to sit here and let this crap happen. All of these pro-blacks, especially the pro-blacks. Oh, y'all are the worst ones. The pro-blacks are the worst ones that are trying to get more people to come in and compete with a job for you, with you. Pro-blacks, what are you doing? It is slave labor. And that slave labor, that $15 an hour, you're going to be living in the hood. And you sit there buying votes for our money. We're paying to get our kids indoctrinated with that. They're using our tax money to indoctrinate our children, and making them hate America, and making them hate a whole nother system of government. I mean, making them like a whole nother system of government on top, and not like the system of government they're under. It ain't going to help them stay in power. That'll have them stay in power for that. That'll be it. And they're going to do. I'm telling you. Here's my prediction. It will not be COVID the next time. They're doing mail-in voting forever. That's going to forever be here. Is mail-in voting. Well, Juanita can get a better life in her own country. Juanita can get a better life in her own country. She can do that. Let's make sure that she has that she has a first class ticket home. She can have a better life in her own country. That's what she can do. Hey, I wish you the best. Here's a plane ticket. Here you go. Here's a lollipop. Here's your lollipop. Alrighty. Let me go to and I have it be whatever flavor that is, that Mexican flavor. Where it tastes like spices. Here you go. Fish flavor for the Asians. Seriously. That'd be it for me. Oh, you better believe it. That will be. Vote by mail is here forever. Vote by mail is here forever. And I don't even think it'll have to be. I don't even think they're going to have to, come up with some kind of sickness or some kind of pandemic or whatever. The next time it'll be because of they're going to say that we're trying to crush the curve. That we're trying to crush the curve of and we're trying to cut CO2 emissions curve. So what we want to do is have everyone to go ahead and stay at home and everyone to go ahead and vote, and that's what they needed. I don't know about that, about the martial law thing. I really don't know about that. I really don't. Like I said, it feels like they're gonna. I really don't know. Let me stop. Well, as far as the martial law, I think in my mind, I think that that Americans are finally going to get pushed so far that this is going to be it, and they're going to be done. They're going to be done. Americans are going to be done with this bullcrap. It won't be fair. That's why Republicans should have done something about immigration in the first place. They should have done something about immigration, and Trump should have toned it down. I wish he would have toned it down and just say, look, like I said before, make them defend their positions. Joe, why does your party say there's more than two genders? Why does your party advocate for late-term abortion? Joe, why do you want 11 million people to live in this to overrun the healthcare system? Because you're saying that you're worried about overrunning the healthcare system. Why do you have all these people overrunning the healthcare system? Hey, Joe Biden, why is there a history, a recorded history, records of the climate changing, warming and cooling? Why are y'all trying to impose socialism to do that? What's up with cap and trade, Joe? That's all you gotta do. Make them defend their position. Their positions make no sense. Mr. Biden, what is a woman? Since anyone can be a woman, what is a woman, Joe Biden? What is a woman? Should men be able to compete in women's sports? Why are they saying, hey Joe, why does your side advocate for that instead of saying men or women, they say penis havers and vagina owners? Can you light it up for us a little bit, Joe? And I know a lot of people, you know what I find funny, that there's so many people that'll sit back and say, oh man, those are just ancillary, those are just issues off to the side, they're off in the margins. No, the thing is that that's good, because if people know that they're saying these things, guess what? They're going to look at all the things. Yeah, exactly. You're a woman. What is a woman? If a woman is just a vagina owner, well, I'm sorry, that can be a man too now. Apparently, Joe, why can some men? That would be a great one. Hey, Joe, why can some men have vaginas and some women have penises? Can you tell me, Mr. Joe? Here, you can have my 2 minutes. I only use 1 minute, and I know y'all gave me 2 minutes. I'm going to use 1 minute and 45 seconds to say, why do some women have penises and some men have vaginas? And you can have the rest of them. You can have the rest of my time to explain that, Mr. Joe. Oh, and when you get done explaining that, you can let us know how having 11 million more people here illegally and chain migration, how that's good for the American worker. And I would stand back there, Run DMC. I would literally do the Run DMC. That'd be it. That's what I would do. Because none of what they say makes any sense. None of it makes any sense. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Some women have penises? God damn it, what? Maybe, I've been around the block a few times, and I'm going to say that none of the women that I've ever known had penises. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that now. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. After they ask something else stupid about freaking coronavirus that they don't even know the answer to, in that debate, this next thing I would have said is, Joe, can you tell me how having even more money out in circulation does not cause inflation? Can you tell me that, Mr. Joe? Mr. Joe, go ahead and let me know. I want to hear it, Mr. Joe. How does making $15 an hour, how does having a $15 an hour minimum wage not cause inflation? Can you tell me, Joe? I just need to know. How is that possible? It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that he got it. It really doesn't make any sense that Joe Biden got more votes than Obama. That doesn't make any sense. Even if he had got some more, I guess there's some kind of I guess there would be some kind of math that could be done by the amount of people that died versus the amount of people, whatever, that you would see that, but that really doesn't make any sense. Super chat, folks. Super chat. Let's start doing Sunday streams and talk to the people. Biden is stupid, but you can't. Here's the thing. Here's the only. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense that Biden had more than because Trump got a lot more than any Republicans had, and Biden had a lot more than Obama had. So it would make sense that if people, let's just say you swung 5 million votes, let's just say even 10 million votes. It just doesn't make any sense. If you swung more, a lot of votes to, because they just flat out didn't like Trump, then because people that were going to vote Trump, that number shouldn't have really changed too much. Mail-in voting doesn't really change too much. It just doesn't make any sense. I can see it going, the mail-in voting, it going up for Biden. I can see that, but I can't see it going up that much for Trump because the same amount of people would have came out, or not the same, but close to the same. What the hell is wrong with this dude? Oh, of course it was a record high. It was a record high for both. I get that. Well, I don't like people that calls names anyway. That's kind of so stupid. The record amount of people, what they're saying is that a lot of those people, that a lot of those record high, it shouldn't have been that much more. It shouldn't have been that much more. Of course they wanted to honor. Now, Charles Hayward had the right way. That's what I would have said. You know what? Audit me, because can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine how? Can you imagine how bad that would have looked for Trump to have an audit and show? For Biden to have an audit and be able to show Trump. Guess what? Nuts in your face. That would have been that's what I would have asked for that, dude, so that you could show these people. Because let's be honest, 74. If there was 74 million people that voted for Trump, that's a good amount of people to need to show that they did something wrong. I mean that nothing was done wrong. Oh, they are. They are. China's planning. Well, China's already deep within. They're deep in us right now. We definitely should have had a vote, an audit. We definitely should have had an audit to own Trump. I would have. And not really, like I said before, Charles Hayward's right. Not just to own Trump, but to show. Not just to own Trump, but just to show the 74 million people that they're wrong. That's what they should have done. I'm not drinking any Kool-Aid. So whoever this person is that called me a name the last time, keep drinking the Kool-Aid is a real stupid thing. But I like Unicron too. I think there's Unicron on this. That might be Unicron. Oh man, it looks like it is. If it is, then I'm a Unicron fan too. So even though you call me a dumbass, if that's Unicron, then you're officially cool with me. Yeah, I would have proved it. That would have got him. The Trump supporters, you can't. Do these people for 1 second think that those 74 million people aren't going to go away? are just going to go away. They're going to just suddenly start. When you're silencing Trump, that makes them say, "Oh, so they must be doing something on him, against him." That's what they're going to say. So the best thing you could possibly do is provide some proof to these people. And it's I don't know. It's just absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like this. The main thing is the immigration, and it looks like they're just going to ram that immigration through. They're about to ram it through, and there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings by the amount by the people in the black community that voted for this crap. And part of me wants to blame. Here we go. It's the people that sit back and talk about black women being the most educated. And here's the thing about that. A lot of them go to these colleges just like a lot of white women do and white men do, and they go and get indoctrinated. And white liberal women run that party. It's a very feminine party. That's a feminine party. And they're not prioritizing things that are actually that when they, and I'm going in the context of them wanting to help black people. They're actually going against their own interest. And those will be, like I said before, all those black dudes and black women will sit back and they already do it now. Complain about Hispanics taking jobs, coming in, changing things, blah, 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 or illegal aliens. That's what they complain about. And they actually voted for people that are going to make more illegal aliens come in. You make that make sense for me. Make it make sense. Well, it seems like we are Team Xbox. We're a nation of laws, but only one side really has to kind of follow those laws for the most part. Because let's be honest, we rioted all freaking summer long, and guess what happened? There was one bad riot protest in the Capitol, and suddenly the FBI is all over it trying to round up people, and they're rounding up people real quick too. They're rounding up people within a week. These Antifa people are going to jail, getting charges dropped, and then getting right back out. Going to jail, or sometimes they're not getting, they're not even getting arrested at all. And this is what we're supposed to say. We're supposed to think this is a goddamn, that we're supposed to think that this is some kind of nation of laws. Not when they're not really enforcing them. Anyway, guys, that's what needed to be done. It needed to be that this whole immigration thing has to stop. But it seems like they're going to ram it through. And once again, weak men create hard times. That's where we are. We're on the weak men create hard times situation. Yeah, rioters on both sides need to be arrested immediately. They need to be arrested immediately. You get a pass if you're a social justice warrior. Suddenly, that's okay. When it depends on why you. I think I said this on the video about that the other day when there was a lady I was talking to at a bar the other day, and she said when we got to talking about the riots on the Capitol, I said, well, wait a minute now. We rioted when George Floyd got killed. We were rioting. We rioted on that one. She says, and it was funny the way she said it. She's actually Spanish, and she's from Spain, been here 10 years. She actually said, this is the way she said it. Well, I kind of agree why they were doing it. She was embarrassed because she knew that she was being hypocritical. Rioting is bad no matter who does it. It's no good. It's not a good thing to do. Anyway, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to jump off here and try to go get ready for the week. And I'll make some videos here and there throughout the week, but this is bad. That's not I'm glad you said that, you freaking idiot. I'm glad you said that. An attempted coup? Seriously, what kind of coup have you ever seen? How many coup is civil disobedience? What that was civil disobedience as well. I'm glad this idiot said this. I'm glad this idiot said this. An attempted coup with no weapons. There's a guy showed up with his face painted with a fucking horn, with some fucking horns on. And you think that was an attempted coup? They showed up being fucking idiots. And you think that was an attempted coup? Do you think they went to the Capitol and said, we're taking over this mofo? We're going to take over this mofo, and with no weapons or anything. We're just showing up. There was about, and it's funny because it seems like as the people that were actually in there, for the people that were actually in there, I've seen the same pictures of the same people. It almost seems like actually inside the White House was about 20 people. And I find it real funny with idiots like you, idiots like this Nazneen, whoever you are, idiots like you actually think that these government people are better than you, don't you? So when Black Lives Matter was burning down businesses of people that can't rebuild the businesses, because guess what? Guess who can rebuild? The people that can rebuild is people like down there at the Capitol. And I'm not saying that I agree with it. Oh no, I'm gonna do the name calling because you were doing the name calling, so I'm taking it there with you. You goddamn idiot. So let me know. Let me know. Why do you have such a problem? Oh no, I'm big mad now because of idiots like him. I gotta be big mad because these people are this is absolutely amazing. This goes to show that these people actually think these people are better than them. You think these people are better than you. The people on the Capitol are supposed to be, right? Aren't they supposed to be, they're supposed to be working for you. That's a place that's going to get rebuilt. You had nothing to say. Now it was just civil unrest, civil disobedience when they were Molotov cocktailing federal courthouses and burning police precincts to the ground. When the one the one Trump supporter gets killed, David Dorn gets killed. The black Trump supporter in Milwaukee gets shot execution style. That's okay. That's okay with you. Now that's okay with you. But when they go after your establishment because you love the establishment, now that is where you draw the line. Because those people are better than you. Okay, exactly. Lasering cops in the eyes, trying to blind cops. Oh, but that's so. But suddenly they're trying to act like they love the cops now. Oh, this one cop that I'm trying to act like they love the cops now. Suddenly y'all love the cops, the same ones y'all are actually trying to get money taken away from them. Exactly. He gonna lick their boots. Well, but when you go after them, now that's when I draw the line, and I think it's way worse. Not the black woman that was in Minneapolis that was crying. No. That the black woman in Minneapolis that was crying and saying, y'all are burning down the store she's going to. Where is she going to go? Now, y'all didn't have a problem with that. Oh no. But when they go after y'all's, when they go after y'all's favorite place, y'all's new church. Oh, now you're upset. Now you're upset. The place that they'll have new windows up in there within an hour. It's amazing. You're You're okay with certain rioting. I'm okay with none of it. I don't like any of it. I think the people that showed up at the Capitol that broke in think they're a bunch of idiots. And you're never gonna help. You're never gonna make your point by doing something so retarded. But you didn't have a problem with the burning down billions of dollars. Look, hey, here's a hey, check this out. There's supposed to be, he's talking about a coup and all this other stuff. In Seattle, Antifa literally set up a whole nother country and put borders. Took land. They took land. Chaff, what was that, the autonomous zone? They literally took land and called it their own country. But a guy breaking in with some horns on his head and painted face, and they took pictures at the people at your holy priest desk. Now, that's where you draw the line. Oh, people were getting killed and raped inside that autonomous zone too. Now, that's where you draw the line though, right? See, that's different because you're okay with it because they were rioting for the right reason. They were rioting and killing and destroying people's livelihoods for the right reason. What? You're okay with that, right? Oh shoot! Yeah, the people that fought for my rights, the people that fought for my rights in the '60s would be turning over their graves right now for what you leftists are doing right now. Why don't you take that? They would be the people in the '60s would be turning over their graves to turn on a rap station right now and listen to the filth that comes out of those goddamn speakers. Why are you over there talking about what somebody is a hero and what was the '60s? They would be turning over in their graves and just can't believe that black people, the black community, has sat back and let ourselves become the shit we've become. But hey, right? It's all good. They attacked your holy temple. What I don't know about the Antifa and BLM dressed up is that I know I've heard that too, and they had that one guy there. What was it? The one guy that was a BLM activist. I don't know exactly what's going to do. I will say I'm trying to figure out how every Trump whatever rally, everything, all of it was completely, I'm okay. I'm a young punk, whatever. Keep telling yourself that, young punk. Okay, cool. I don't know. For me, it was as far as that whole thing, it was out of character for the crowd. It is. But so I don't really know what the hell's going on with that. But regardless, I would have never marched on that Capitol because I would have been worried about how it's going to look. Yeah, I saw that with that MAGA hats and everything. Yeah, like I said, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. It's like you don't want to be one, but god dang it, something was up. It's totally out of character for the group. It's totally out of character. It really is. It's just like you have a bunch of 80-year-old people going to a venue, to watch some music or something like that. You have 80 people, 80-year-old people going, big old crowd or whatever, and they've had 10 good concerts, where everything's great. Then all of a sudden there's a concert afterwards and it looks like there was a mosh pit. It just doesn't seem it. I don't know. It doesn't really line up for me. Something's up. Yeah. Anyway, like I said before, comment, like, share, subscribe, and to the Charles Hayward that did the super chat, I appreciate it. And I'm gonna try to get on at least twice a week. I say Sunday and then probably like Wednesday or Thursday, get on and talk about whatever. that'll be it for me. Y'all, like I said before, comment, like, share, subscribe, and keep hanging in there. This is terrible. Alrighty.